guys, the Utah Jazz defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in the final preseason game. Next game we play, guys, is regular season. But you know what? You wouldn't have noticed that tonight because that was some fun basketball. The Lakers bring it. The Jazz bring it. They brought in their starters at the end of the game. Both teams wanted to win. I'm so hyped for the regular season. Are you guys? Because that was a lot of fun. I'm still, my heart's still beating from that Rudy Gobert dunk. I'm not kidding. That was, I mean, I didn't think that was even going in, and he just obliterated it. How fun was that game? How good was Rudy Gobert, and how good was Donovan Mitchell? We have a special player on our hands. I mean, Donovan Mitchell scored, I think, 26 points for that game. And he had some plays where he could have played even better. Like he passed up that 1 3-pointer on that one of those final possessions. If you remember, he passed it up, throws it to Ricky, and Ricky takes the three. And obviously, a Donovan Mitchell 3-pointer is a more effective shot than a Ricky shot. So I mean, Donovan is going to be so good. It's incredibly exciting to see what this team is going to do. Obviously, we miss Dante with his injury. We had a bad offseason in terms of our small forward position because Benedict Haywood went to Boston. But, oh, man, is this team fun to watch, guys. It is so much fun. So let's look at the game a little bit. I have to give it to the Lakers. They play hard. Those guys go out there and they want to win. They play hard. They have some talent. Brandon Ingram is talented. Kyle Kuzma really is everything they've chalked him up to be. Kuzma hits shots. I mean, he just hits shots. He's a great offensive player. I haven't watched him, obviously I write about the Jazz, talk about the Jazz, blah, blah, blah. I don't get to see him a lot, but from what I saw, the Lakers have a really nice player. So good on the Lakers. You got a Utah guy, so he should have been ours, but whatever. We can't have all the great players, but at least we have Donovan Mitchell. But my goodness, Donovan Mitchell at some point has to be considered for a starting role this season. The real question is just how long does it take? I mean, what a luxury it is to have this type of player that can come in off the bench. I after watching tonight, this guy is going to have Rookie of the Year considerations at a lot of times because the Jazz, in a lot of situations, are going to need scoring, and he honestly might be our best scoring option outside of Joe Johnson in terms of just being able to go out and get a basket. That's right, Rick Sutton, Mitchell, Rookie of the Year. Remember, guys, put your questions on Facebook Live. If you're watching, ask questions, comments, whatever. If you're Laker fans, I like your team, but we beat you. So feel bad about that because we beat you in your house. I don't care. Come at me. But yeah, the Jazz looked really good. So much fun to see them come together. Ricky Rubio is looking a lot better. Last game shot 8 for 10. This game shot a decent percentage. I don't know if he ended up with the greatest percentage, but the fact that he can shoot the ball is encouraging. It's just kind of who Ricky Rubio is. He's not going to be a lights-out shooter at all times, but if he can just be reasonably good, then it's okay because his passing is really great. The steals are great. Honestly, the Jazz, the first half just did a lot. They looked like they were kind of playing a preseason game, I'll be quite honest. They looked a little slow. Rudy wasn't his same self in the first half where he's just destroying everything at the rim. He kind of allowed a few shots, and we had a lot of turnovers. Like Thabo Sefolosha had a bad game tonight. Alec Burks had a bad game tonight. Just a lot of turnovers, some sloppy play, a lot of bad shots, and just a lot of shots being missed. But overall, the Jazz, when it counted, the Jazz came in and they won the game. Clutch shots on offense from Donovan Mitchell and clutch blocks from Rudy on the other end. It's just fantastic. Surprising to see Ingles not have too big of an effect on the game. He did come in at the end when it mattered, though. Joe Ingles comes at the turn of the tide. That's one underrated aspect of Joe Ingles is he doesn't get rattled and he does show up at the end of games. That 3-pointer he hit was as much a winning part of this game as anything. So, fun stuff from the Jazz. I tell you what, I think we need to start thinking about how long until we start putting Donovan Mitchell in a starting role. It was interesting. Tony Jones had a really interesting tweet during the game about what Dennis Lindsay had talked about with Donovan Mitchell, something along the effects of that in July, Dennis Lindsey said, we're going to put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands at the end of games. I mean, how big time is that? Our rookie is going to be our closer. You know, if we need offense at the end to close games, you've got Joe Johnson who can hit clutch shots, and he hit some tonight, that's for sure. And then Donovan Mitchell, who honestly looks like a defensive Dwayne Wade, who can hit threes. I don't even know who you compare him to, because he hits shots like Damian Lillard, but he's a better defender, elite defender. We have a special player, guys. Number 45 is going to be going down there with, you heard it here, it's going down with 12 and 32. I'll tell you what, that 45 jersey is going to start looking real good on everyone's chest. You put that with Rudy Gobert, all of a sudden we got a nice little tandem of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and we need to find that other piece. And I thought it was going to be Dante this year, but we'll see what happens. But really fun stuff from the Jazz. You know, not a lot to talk about other than the fact that Rudy destroyed the rim, destroyed the Lakers. Rudy is going to just feast this year, guys. The Lakers just could not handle Rudy Gobert at the rim on the offensive end. I mean, Rudy Gobert led us in points. Let's pull up as we talk. Let's see. I couldn't believe that left-hand finish, Devin J. Hunter. Oh my gosh, it literally stopped my heart. I have not. I mean, Rudy is getting better, guys. That's the thing. Rudy's getting better. Did you see that move that Rudy Gobert made in the post where he turned and hit it with the left hand? Rudy was unreal. ESPN. Oh my gosh. All right, so Rudy Gobert is showing more and more in his offensive game. Every time we see him, guys, he's got that little left-handed shot. He shot really well from the free throw line. Rudy Gobert is going to be a force in this league, and if he scored. So Rudy Gobert was 10 for 12, 9 for 11 from the free throw line with 29 points. Rudy, no offense, Gobert, 29 points on 8 for 10, and oh my, I mean, it's just like video game numbers. Rudy just like went in the offseason and did all the side quests so that he could upgrade his dunking, shooting, free throw shooting, and everything. And now he's becoming a monster. Let's see, with Exum out. So Carl Villa, with Exum out, Neto with an injury, Mitchell is backup point guard between Ingles and Burks. Who is the better playmaker? Between Ingles and Burks, it's got to be Ingles. I like Burks' talent, but Ingles is just an excellent passer, and Ingles at times can play the point guard for us too. Don't forget that Ingles played backup point guard at times last season, and it becomes a valuable thing, especially with Dante out, who was going to be a major ball handler for us. Ingles can play alongside Donovan Mitchell and allow Donovan to focus a little bit more on the scoring rather than getting into the point guard role, which he might not completely be ready for. Donovan Mitchell is showing that he can run a pick and roll. I don't know if he's completely ready to man the entire offense, which in all honesty, I don't know if he necessarily has to do, with the fact that we just kind of have a Spursian offense that spreads the ball and allows the team to run motion until they find an effective and efficient shot, which they did tonight. A lot of shots just didn't fall for the Jazz tonight either. So Devin J. Hunter, is Rudy going to average in the mid-20s, and is Rubio going to be taking that many shots regularly? I couldn't believe his post. Oh, that post spin move from Rudy Gobert was happiness. It was pure happiness to watch Rudy Gobert spin on, I can't remember if it was Brook Lopez or whoever, but he just scored on him. And Rudy Gobert making free throws becomes a dominant force. I don't know if Rudy can average in the mid-20s, Devin, because but I mean, if he plays like he did tonight every game, then maybe. But I would look to see. I felt a little over the top by saying things like scoring 18 a game. But you know what? The way the Jazz played tonight, give Rudy 32 minutes. I don't know why he can't average 18 points a game, honestly, because he's going to get fouled, and if he can shoot a high percentage from the free throw line, of course, absolutely. If Rudy Gobert scores 20 points a game, I don't think he will, but if he does, he's going to earn a few MVP votes. Obviously not going to be MVP. We're not going to win the finals this year or anything like that, but he's going to be a dominant force because, let's see, so Rudy Gobert. Let's just look at this beautiful stat line: 10 for 12, 9 for 11 free throws, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. Did you guys see that Euro step assist Rudy did? I know they kind of like to make fun, and it's kind of funny. That's a legit play that earned a bucket. That was point Rudy. And then 2 blocks and a +10 for the game. He's just dominant. Playing against their best players, Rudy Gobert was a +10. So Rudy just continues to be just elite. Donovan Mitchell was the other story of the game. Played 33 minutes. Tied for the most minutes in the game along with Rudy Gobert and Ricky Rubio. Arguably our 3 most important players this season. I mean, honestly, who are you going to be relying on? You're going to be relying on Rudy Gobert, Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Johnson, and with important backup minutes. Joe Johnson was a +14, guys. That's big time. That's big time. Those Joe Johnson minutes are what allow Donovan Mitchell to be able to drive to the hoop and give him those lanes where he can score. And we saw it tonight. Donovan Mitchell, oh my gosh. The man crush is just growing and growing and growing. Let's see. So Donovan Mitchell, 10 for 20. Incredibly efficient line. 2 for 9. He didn't even shoot all that efficiently from 3, guys. His 3-point shooting is better than that. So you could argue he should have been even better. He was 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and that's from the shooting guard spot. I can't tell you how exciting it is to watch Donovan Mitchell play. He's going to be so good this year, and he's going to have his games where, he struggles, doesn't hit shots. Like tonight, 2 for 9 from 3. Not his greatest shooting night, but he's going to hit those shots. I mean, I think at the beginning of the game, he missed a few threes just at the beginning, and I think a little bit of it was because don't forget, guys, this is the first time he's played in Staples Center, the land of Kobe Bryant and Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he dropped 26. His first time. This ain't that weak Hayward stuff where he got lucky and scored 20 on a broken down Kobe. This was like Donovan Mitchell just at will scoring on this team, and you could argue he didn't have his best shooting or playing night. It's so incredibly exciting. This guy is just destined to be great. He is just going to be phenomenal. It's exciting stuff. Honestly, tonight, the reason we did not play, didn't blow this team out, Alec Burks, 1 for 8, 0 for 2 from 3. He kind of came back to earth a little bit because, honestly, he was shooting 8 for 10 from 3. That can't keep up forever. And the law of averages kind of caught up with him a little bit. But, it happens. We have bad nights. Rodney Hood, also an interesting story from the game, left the game with a sore neck. I don't know what that means. But, just another shooting stroke that we didn't have, and part of the reason it was such a close game. But that's another thing about Rodney. Rodney's quietly had a really nice preseason. We shouldn't forget Rodney Hood, who's been comfortable shooting the ball. He's let the game come to him, making shots. Really exciting stuff with Rodney Hood. This is just the thing with Rodney Hood. He's just got to stay healthy. And I don't know, maybe this is just precautionary because it is preseason and we have a week till the season starts. So maybe they're just saying, you know what, no reason to do anything with this. But Rodney Hood, if he can just stay healthy and play the way he has this preseason, because it's honestly just been very quietly efficient play, we're going to be just fine. So exciting stuff from the Jazz to play really well, play efficient ball, despite having 2 or 3 players have some pretty off nights. Cephalosha, Alec Burks, for the most part, had 2 kind of rough nights. But you know what? It happens. Not every player is going to play great every night. So let's see. Michael Hesser, don't like the move to get Cephalosha. Better off without him. You know what? Cephalosha is a really nice player. I actually could see Cephalosha even playing some power forward. I mean, we had to get somebody because we lost one of our main cogs from last season, and Cephalosha can come in and play great defense, and he has this offseason. Let's just switch it up. But the nice thing about Cephalosha is he's on a 2-year contract with the second year non-guaranteed. So, if he plays really well, it only helps us, and it makes him more tradable because the Jazz are going to have like 3 contracts next year that are non-guaranteed, but can trade them if they need to help other teams that might be in cap hell. Robin Mortensen, thoughts on Lonzo? All hype. I like Lonzo Ball, guys. Lonzo Ball is a fun player to watch. I know he comes with all that stuff with LeVar. You know what though? Go watch that Facebook show with the Ball family. It's kind of fun. LeVar Ball seems like a nice guy. He's a lot of bluster and he's over the top in a lot of ways and there are a few things that he's done that are kind of like, what are you doing? But overall, Lonzo Ball, if you just look at Lonzo Ball in terms of talent, he's really good. I mean, he's the all-time. He like his only season at UCLA, he had more assists than anyone ever there at that school. That's a storied school. It's a lot of talent, and his passes are fun to watch. Like the Lakers, I don't know how good the Lakers are going to be this year, but they're sure going to be a lot of fun. I mean, Lonzo to Kuzma, and by the way, Lakers, we're going to come get Julius Randle. He's going to be future Jazzman Julius Randle. I hope you know this because Kuzma might be making him slightly expendable, and he's going to try to get paid. So we thank you in advance for Julius Randle. But Lonzo Ball, he's going to be fun. He's really good, and if he can shoot efficiently, then great. I know his shot looks weird, but if it goes in, it goes in. So, Rudy's left-handed little move in the post doesn't look great, but Rudy's left-handed shots that are kind of weird looking, they go in, so it doesn't matter. Points are points, and the thing that I think Lonzo Ball is going to do for that team, and it's kind of what the Jazz are doing as well, is he just gets those fast breaks moving. In all honesty, Lonzo reminds me a lot of Ricky Rubio. There's a lot of similarities there. Just kind of that they're very similar size. I think Lonzo's actually bigger than Rubio. I don't know what Lonzo's length is, but he looks long to me. And I don't know if Lonzo's going to ever be a great defender, but he's big enough to be crafty and be fine. And his passing is fun. I don't know. He's fun to watch. If you watch him play, he makes plays. He gets the crowd excited. He does some nice things, and he can rebound the ball. Lonzo's going to just need to work on toughness and shooting and rebounding, and he can be just really fun because he can sure pass the ball. That's for dang sure. And that team has a shooter in Kuzma now, and I really like Brandon Ingram. I wanted the Jazz to trade up to get him. Last year, or I don't know if it was last year, it was his rookie or the year before, but I wanted the Jazz to trade up, and I wanted to give the Lakers Gordon Hayward and something else to get Brandon Ingram. And it's looking good. You knew he would. Looks like we don't have any more questions, guys. Really fun game. Both teams really played hard. A great way to end the preseason. It's fun to see the Jazz end on a high note and play against a Lakers team that's going to be an interesting team to watch. They're going to grow. And they got nothing to lose, too, the Lakers, that is, because they don't have the draft pick, so you might as well try and win. So remember, guys, comment. Thank for all the questions in Facebook Live. Comment on, I'm going to post this to YouTube and post it onto the SLC Dunk website. So go to SLC Dunk, leave your comments there, tell us what you think, and we'll talk to you later.